Will Jack kill Valentin? Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Valentin's life hangs in the balance in today's General Hospital spoilers. Brooklyn wants to know what else Lois is hiding. Chase has a serious conversation with Lulu. Laura notices a change in Sunny. Felicia tries to change Carly's mind. And Brennan holds Valentin at gunpoint as Anna races to stop him from killing the Casadine. Brooklyn has been reeling from learning that her grandmother was also involved with arranging the adoption of the baby she gave up as a teen, and now wants to make sure there are no other surprises waiting in the wings. What other secrets are the two of you keeping from me? She asks as Lois cringes. Oh, there's still another secret yet to be revealed. And it's a doozy. Now that he knows Dante is the father of the son Brooklyn gave up, Chase pays Lulu a visit to make sure that they're all on the same page. This isn't about protecting your family, he declares. It's about protecting mine. Laura finds herself slightly taken aback when Sunny agrees to listen to reason. My influence has never stopped you before, she notes. So what's changed, Sunny? Will he open up about his health problems? At the hospital, Carly is recovering from the polonium poisoning when Felicia stops into her room, but she's clearly not there in a professional capacity as a patient advocate. End things, she urges Carly, before it's too late. Well, it's not like Carly isn't already pretty used to dating men who put her life in danger. Tipped off that Valentin was going to be making his escape at the docks, Brennan intercepts him and holds him at gunpoint. Goodbye, old friend, he says coldly. Sunny ordered Jason to make sure Jack finishes the job, but Anna is racing to the scene to try and save Valentin's life. Let me go, she shouts at Jason. When the dust settles, who will come out on top? In the world of General Hospital, tensions have never been higher as long-standing rivalries and dangerous alliances are coming to a boiling point. One of the most compelling and dramatic storylines revolves around the simmering animosity between Jack and Valentin. What began as a seemingly minor conflict has escalated into a life-or-death struggle that could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. As the story unfolds, questions arise regarding whether Jack will go to unimaginable lengths to end Valentin's life, and if so, what the ramifications of such an action would be for him, his loved ones, and the entire town of Port Charles. The stakes have never been higher, and the suspense is palpable. Will Jack, a man who has always walked a fine line between hero and anti-hero, finally lose control and give in to his darker impulses? Or will he find a way to avert disaster and prevent his world from descending into chaos? The current narrative is rooted in years of deep-rooted animosity between Jack and Valentin, which has been building for quite some time. It all started when Valentin Casadine first arrived in Port Charles, bringing with him a trail of deceit, manipulation, and betrayal. Valentin's presence sent shockwaves through the city, and his complex relationships with various characters, including Jack, have been a source of intrigue and tension for years. While both men have had their fair share of morally questionable actions, their rivalry took a darker turn when Valentin began targeting Jack's loved ones. From underhanded business dealings to personal vendettas, Valentin never hesitated to strike at Jack where it hurt the most. As the tension between the two men escalates, their conflict reaches a breaking point. In recent episodes, Jack has found himself at a crossroads, torn between justice and vengeance. His desire for retribution against Valentin, fueled by years of manipulation and harm, has pushed him to the edge. Jack's emotions are running high, and his quest for revenge has clouded his judgment, making him question whether he is willing to cross a line that he's avoided for so long. The pivotal moment that has brought everything to a head is a shocking confrontation that took place in the latest episodes. The encounter, full of volatile emotions and rising tempers, left both men on the brink of destruction. The fate of Port Charles now hinges on whether Jack will allow his anger to consume him, or whether he will rise above the situation and make the difficult decision to spare Valentin's life. But with Valentin having made his own dangerous moves against Jack's family, will Jack even be able to exercise restraint, or will he make a choice that could cost him everything? One of the central questions surrounding this storyline is whether Jack will be able to maintain his humanity in the face of his overwhelming desire on General Hospital. Jack has walked a precarious line, occasionally resorting to drastic measures when the situation calls for it. However, he has always been someone who is trying to hold on to his moral compass, even when surrounded by corruption and evil. His internal struggle between doing what's right and seeking justice for the harm Valentin has caused is a critical theme in this storyline. On the other hand, Valentin is no stranger to ruthless tactics. His background as a casadin, a family known for their legacy of power, manipulation, and intrigue, has shaped him into the formidable figure he is today. Valentin has no qualms about using whatever means necessary to achieve his goals, whether it's blackmail, betrayal, or violence. However, despite his many flaws, Valentin has also shown glimpses of vulnerability, particularly in his relationships with his daughter, Charlotte, and his love interest, Nina. His softer side is something that has allowed viewers to see Valentin in a more complex light, making him not just a villain, but a character who is capable of love, regret, and even redemption. But in the midst of all the personal stakes, there's an undeniable truth. Both Jack and Valentin are driven by power. Their feud is not just about personal vendettas, but a deep-seated need to be the dominant force in Port Charles. Both men believe that they are entitled to control their own destinies, and neither is willing to back down from their fight. This hunger for control has turned their rivalry into an all-consuming battle that threatens to tear apart their lives and those around them. As the story continues to unfold, fans are left wondering how far Jack is willing to go to end the threat that Valentin represents. His decision will not only affect his own future, but the future of everyone he holds dear. If Jack decides that Valentin's actions are unforgivable, and that the only way to protect his family and friends is to eliminate him, the consequences could be catastrophic. A murder would not only irrevocably alter Jack's path, but would set off a chain reaction that could have devastating effects on the entire town of Port Charles. On the other hand, if Jack is able to resist the urge for vengeance and find a way to confront Valentin without taking his life, it could mark a turning point in his character development, showing that he can rise above the darkness that has threatened to consume him. This storyline also raises questions about the broader dynamics at play in Port Charles. Both Jack and Valentin are influential figures, and their feud has implications for many of the other characters on the show. For example, Nina, who has had a complicated relationship with both men, finds herself caught in the middle of this conflict. Nina's loyalty to Valentin is unwavering, and she is not about to let Jack get away with any attempt to harm the man she loves. At the same time, Nina knows that Jack is a force to be reckoned with, and she is aware of the deep personal stakes at play in this rivalry. Her role in the story is pivotal, as she could either become an ally to Jack or take a stand to protect Valentin at all costs. Charlotte, Valentin's daughter, is another character who could be deeply affected by the outcome of this confrontation. If Jack follows through on his desire for vengeance, Charlotte's life would be turned upside down. The impact of losing her father would be devastating, especially since Charlotte has already experienced significant trauma in her young life. Jack, despite his anger, knows that hurting Charlotte would be an unforgivable act, which complicates his decision even further. Then there's the question of what this all means for Jack's family, particularly his relationship with his wife and children. Will they stand by him if he takes such a drastic step? Or will they turn their backs on him, unable to reconcile with the man he has become? These personal stakes are just as high as the external conflict between Jack and Valentin, adding layers of complexity to an already explosive future episodes of General Hospital. The question remains, will Jack kill Valentin? The answer is far from certain, and the tension continues to build as viewers wait for the dramatic resolution to this intense and gripping storyline. Will Jack succumb to his desire for vengeance, or will he find a way to rise above the darkness and choose a different path? The fate of Valentin and the future of Jack hang in the balance as Port Charles braces for the fallout from this explosive confrontation. What makes this storyline even more fascinating is the idea that Jack, despite being portrayed as a complex and flawed character, has always been seen by some as a potential hero. He has moments of genuine goodness and a strong desire to protect those he loves. However, his darker impulses, which have led to questionable actions in the past, complicate his morality. If he were to kill Valentin, it would mark a significant turning point for his character. It would shift the narrative from one of redemption to one of irreversible tragedy, painting Jack in a light that some viewers may find difficult to reconcile with the man they've come to know. This idea of redemption versus damnation is central to the core of the General Hospital universe, where characters are often forced to confront their pasts and make difficult choices that shape their futures. Will Jack be able to overcome the darkness within him, or will he be consumed by it, leading to the destruction of everything he holds dear? The next few episodes promise to be some of the most intense and emotionally charged yet, as Jack's ultimate decision could change the course of the entire show. In conclusion, the question of whether Jack will kill Valentin is not just a matter of life and death. It's a question of identity, morality, and the very nature of what it means to be a hero or a villain. As fans continue to speculate and discuss the possibilities, one thing is certain. General Hospital has once again captivated its audience with a storyline that is as compelling as it is unpredictable. Whatever happens next, the repercussions will be felt throughout Port Charles for a long time to come, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this high-stakes drama. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.